What's going on, professional wrestling fans? UnrealEntGaming here today to talk about the 2014 WWE Royal Rumble. Now, these are going to be my personal predictions on the actual event and what I think is going to happen and what I would like to see happen for the 2014 Royal Rumble match. And this right here is WWE 2K14. I really recommend everybody out there who's a wrestling fan to get this game. This game is absolutely amazing. But nevertheless, we are a few months away from the actual Royal Rumble event. We are in the month of November right now, so we do have a few months in advance, but nevertheless, I mean, the Royal Rumble to me has always been this big commodity, you know, a place where every single superstar has a chance to just get in there and showcase what they have against one another. Now, I do understand that this year's Royal Rumble match is going to be very, very different. You're going to have a whole load of superstars in there, such as the Shield, the Wyatt family, you know, Randy Orton, Daniel Bryan, CM Punk, John Cena, whatnot. So, you know, the actual roster itself is looking amazing, you know, considering the fact that, you know, they have such great talent such as Dolph Ziggler, Damien Sandow. But nevertheless, what do you guys think will happen at this year's Royal Rumble? Because, I mean, the Royal Rumble itself sets itself up for WrestleMania, so this can go in any direction. Personally, for me, I'm just going to say this. I believe that the winner of the 2014 WWE Royal Rumble match will be either Daniel Bryan or CM Punk. And this is why I say why. For those of you out there who are not fans of CM Punk or Daniel Bryan, the reason why I believe, in my humble opinion, that the winner of the Royal Rumble might be Bryan or Punk is because WWE right now is actually thinking about unifying the WWE World Heavyweight title and the WWE title itself. So that right there sets itself up. But as you can see right now, it's Seth Rollins, Damien Sandow, and Randy Orton just duking it out in the middle of that ring right now. Seth Rollins, another great talent. You can expect to see him at the Rumble. But like I just said, I believe it's going to be CM Punk or Daniel Bryan, because I do believe that whoever wins between Daniel Bryan or CM Punk is going to go on ahead and cash that opportunity to go up against the respective champion. Now, I do believe that at this year's WrestleMania, I do believe that it might be CM Punk versus Daniel Bryan to unify the titles. The reason why I say that is because there was a lot of rumors and speculation going around that Stone Cold Steve Austin might come back to have a match against CM Punk. Even though Stone Cold is medically clear, and like I said, guys, we are in November, so who are we to say anything yet? Because we really don't know if Stone Cold's going to come back or not. But if he doesn't, then I believe that the WWE is going to set itself up for a CM Punk Daniel Bryan match. Oh, an RKO by Randy Orton at WrestleMania. So you can expect to see Bryan versus Punk at Mania, I believe, in my personal opinion, for the titles. The winner of that match, well, that can, you know, go either way. That's whatever way WWE wants to go. But in my humble opinion, I do believe that this year's Royal Rumble match is going to be packed with surprises, and it's going to be packed with, you know, so many great things. You know, over the last several years, we've seen so many great things happen at the Royal Rumble. You know, so many special returns, so many you know, special moments and whatnot. So I do believe that at this year's WrestleMania, we might see some, you know, familiar faces from the past. In my personal opinion, the people that I would want to see at the Royal Rumble at least show up would be people like you know, the Ultimate Warrior, or you know, Scott Hall. Can you imagine Scott Hall coming back at the Royal Rumble match? The entire place, the entire roof would go off the building. That's how much of a pop Scott Hall would get. Same thing goes for Ultimate Warrior. Can you imagine if Ultimate Warrior just showed up at the Royal Rumble, you know, getting in there with the likes of, you know, Randy Orton, John Cena, Dean Ambrose, you know, Rey Mysterio and whatnot? It'll just be mind-blowing, because it's almost as if you're going back in time, you know, the Ultimate Warrior, holy shit. But Randy Orton just got eliminated right now. It's Damien Sandow, The Undertaker, Seth Rollins, and Sin Cara going at it. That's another character that I think is going to probably leave the WWE very soon, is Sin Cara. Because Sin Cara has been getting hurt a lot, and there's been a lot of backstage heat for Sin Cara, and I believe that he's on his way out very shortly. I do believe Sin Cara has about maybe a year left, or maybe give or take maximum 2 years. But I believe Sin Cara is on his way out as well. There we go. Another face that I believe that we're going to see at the Royal Rumble is going to be Sheamus. I do believe Sheamus is going to make his return at the Royal Rumble match. I mean, then again, you know, he could show up at any given moment, so who's to say? But I personally feel like they're going to save Sheamus for him to show up at the Royal Rumble. As you can see right now, Damien Sandow eliminated by the dead man, The Undertaker. And I mean, this year's Royal Rumble match is going to be absolutely amazing. I mean, 2013's Royal Rumble, it was alright, you know, give or take for what it was. John Cena won the Rumble and whatnot. You know, it set itself up for the main event. Therefore, everybody and their mothers knew what was going to happen, especially with John Cena versus The Rock too. I personally think they shouldn't have done that. Holy shit, Seth Rollins just got last righted out the ring. Oh my god, The Undertaker's a beast. I really can't wait to see who he's going to go up against. You know, personally for me, if you guys want to hear my humble opinion on WrestleMania 30, I do believe that it's going to go down like this. It's going to go Daniel Bryan versus CM Punk. It's going to be The Undertaker versus John Cena. And I do believe it's going to be Ryback versus Goldberg, because there's a big rumor that Goldberg might show up. But that's another thing, you know, Goldberg might show up at the Royal Rumble. You never know, you know what I mean? Who's to say that Goldberg might not show up and just decimate everybody in that ring? You know what I mean? So for me, I would like to see, you know, familiar faces like Scott Hall return, Ultimate Warrior, perhaps Goldberg, but maybe that's pushing the envelope, because now you're going to have 3 megastars come back, you know, all at the same time. Perhaps that'll be good for business. But overall, I believe it's going to take away from the Royal Rumble just a little bit. But let me know in the comment section below, guys, on who you guys think would win the Royal Rumble, and who exactly would you guys want to see win the Rumble, and why. Because there are people out there that would like to see people like Sheamus win. There are people out there that want to see Wade Barrett win, Cody Rhodes win, even Kane win, you know what I mean? So people out there, you know, they have different opinions. You know, wrestling is one big opinion. You know, give or take, these are extraordinary athletes. So I believe that the winner could be anybody at this point. You know, the winner of the 2014 Royal Rumble could be anybody. It could be Dean Ambrose. It could be Dolph Ziggler. It could be freaking Vicky Guerrero, for all we know. I mean, Royal Rumbles have had its, you know, fair share of weird stuff that's happened. You know, do you guys remember when you know, it was Chris Benoit and Big Show? You know, everybody thought Big Show was going to win until Chris Benoit, you know, turned the tide. Do you guys remember when Batista and John Cena eliminated each other at the exact same time? They had to restart the Royal Rumble, you know what I mean? So, but as you can see right now, Roman Reigns is in the ring. It's The Undertaker, Daniel Bryan, Sin Cara, Roman Reigns, and Sheamus. Sheamus right now just hitting... Oh my god, Sin Cara with his signature move. I mean, this is going to be an extraordinary Royal Rumble match. Now, last year they had, you know, The Rock versus CM Punk, which was an amazing build-up. It was a great match in my opinion, because both men told a great story. You know, both men happened to get in there with one another and beat the shit out of each other. It was absolutely fantastic. Even though The Rock won, a lot of people were pissed. I don't see why a lot of people were pissed about that, because, you know, millions and millions of people have been begging for The Rock to come back in 2007, 2008, 2009, 2010. You know, millions of people have wanted The Rock to come back and shut people up like John Cena and whatnot. And guess what? He did. He came back in 2011. He had his epic match in 2012. And I think that should have been the be-all, end-all for now. But then he came back and, you know, he had his match with CM Punk, which was absolutely amazing. But I think they should have saved that for WrestleMania rather than having The Rock versus John Cena 2. That for me was really, really, you know, stupid, because we already know what was going to happen. So that match just went down the drain, at least for me, because WrestleMania 28's match was a lot better than WrestleMania 29's match, in my opinion. You never saw Hulk Hogan versus The Rock 2 at WrestleMania. So, but right now, Sin Cara eliminating Sheamus. Sheamus is out of the Rumble. And, I mean, at this point, you know, I even believe Rey Mysterio is going to enter the Rumble. I mean, Rey Mysterio, he's really hurt. He's really hurt. The guy cannot physically go as much as he could have when he was younger. So, in terms of Rey Mysterio, I do believe that he might be in the Rumble. Is he going to win? Absolutely not. But then again, who's to say, you know what I mean? Another thing that I think that they should return and bring back, you know, at WrestleMania is the Money in the Bank ladder match. That would be freaking amazing. You guys remember, WrestleMania 21, 22, 23, and 24, and 25's ladder matches. You know, they had unbelievable Money in the Bank ladder matches at WrestleMania. As a matter of fact, WrestleMania made Money in the Bank. Sin Cara just eliminated Daniel Bryan. Oh my God. You know, what are the odds of that? You know, Sin Cara had so much potential when he first came in, but then after that, he just kind of fell off. And there we see Mark Henry. And for those of you out there who don't know, Mark Henry actually has a new look going on. Mark Henry lost a lot of weight. Mark Henry shaved his hair. As a matter of fact, no disrespect to Mark Henry, but Mark Henry looks like Rick Ross now. You know, he has the giant beard. Mark Henry's a huge man. You know, he lost a lot of weight. He's not really fat like he used to be, but right now, Mark Henry eliminating Sin Cara. I would love to see Mark Henry come back, you know, and have another run. I believe Mark Henry as a heel, he's a great heel. Mark Henry is just, you know, a beast, especially when he goes off on his rants, you know, that's what I do, that's what I do, you know what I mean? Like, Mark Henry's a freaking monster, man. For a big guy like that, Mark Henry is the fucking man, you know, nobody can refute that. And look at this, look at the power of Mark Henry. But I personally believe that at this year's Royal Rumble match, we're going to be seeing some stuff that, you know, it's truly going to amaze us and surprise us. As for the main event of the Royal Rumble, that can actually vary. Since John Cena is currently the WWE champion, I know a lot of people hate John Cena, but, you know, given the fact that John Cena is champion, I do believe that it's going to be Damien Sandow versus John Cena at the Royal Rumble. I mean, at this point, you can't really speculate, because like I said again, guys, I don't know when exactly you're watching this video, but it is November of 2013, so anything can happen within these next couple of months. You know, the Royal Rumble is in January, late January, may I add. It's going to be late January, but nevertheless, I do believe John Cena will be in the main event. Speak of the freaking devil, number 14, John Cena entering the Royal Rumble match. Now, I do believe that John Cena is not going to win the Rumble. That's just my personal opinion. John Cena is not going to win the Royal Rumble match. Why? Because John Cena already won 2 Royal Rumble matches. There is no reason for him to win a third. It's not because I hate him. It's not because I don't like him. It's because it would not make any sense. John Cena already has all of his accolades. You know, he has everything, you know, that he's ever wanted in the business, and he's accomplished everything. So what would be the point of John Cena winning the Royal Rumble again for the 3rd time? What can he possibly do unless he wins the Royal Rumble match and he cashes in his opportunity to go up against The Undertaker at WrestleMania? See, John Cena versus Undertaker would be pretty darn good in my opinion, you know. Like I believe John Cena does have the potential to hype up an Undertaker match, especially for WrestleMania. But right now, Mark Henry looking to eliminate John Cena. Can it happen? Rey Mysterio duking it out with The Undertaker. Kane over there possibly eliminating Jack Swagger. And Mark Henry eliminated John Cena, whereas Kane eliminated Jack Swagger at the exact same time. You know, like, I can't wait to actually see this actual event, because you know, given the fact that I've been a professional wrestling fan, you know, my entire life, and actually, you know, being a wrestler myself, you know, this stuff is not easy, guys. It really takes a toll on your body. Rey Mysterio, I thought he was just about to eliminate The Undertaker, man. But like I said, I have respect for all of these athletes, and there's a reason why I call these people athletes, is because you don't see basketball guys getting in a ring like that and doing 450 shooting stars, moonsaults, power presses, and all that kind of stuff. You don't see football players going in a wrestling ring doing power slams and power bombs and, you know, F5s and shooting star presses and stuff like that. You know, you don't see MLB, you know, Major League Baseball players go in there and do drop kicks and moonsaults and sentons and hurricanranas and stuff like that. So what these men do in the business of professional wrestling, I respect all of them, because it is not easy. It is not freaking easy. Now, a lot of people might go off and say, well, wrestling's fake. Wrestling's not fake. There's a big difference between reality and fantasy. You know, this is reality. What they do is actual, you know, real shit. You know what I mean? Like, movies are fake. You know, this is reality. Granted, it might be scripted, but Jesus Christ, if you slam a guy on his back, it's not like you slammed him on marshmallows, for God's sakes. Like, you know, the guy actually feels some, you know, amount of pain on his back. So, you know what I mean? It's not like these guys are wrestling on clouds, you know, because imagine if they were actually doing that. But going back into the topic, the Royal Rumble 2014 is going to be something that I think everybody should be, you know, tuning into and watching, especially leading up to WrestleMania, because after the Royal Rumble, you're going to have the Elimination Chamber. After the Elimination Chamber, obviously, you're going to have WrestleMania. So those 3 pay-per-views, you know, are going to be events that you guys do not want to miss out on. But as you can see, Dean Ambrose is getting in the mix right now with Dolph Ziggler. Dean Ambrose is another great talent. I remember him coming up in the independent circuit when he was known as Mox, you know what I mean? So Dean Ambrose definitely paved his own way into getting in the business, and I can only imagine what Dean Ambrose is going to do and could do in a Royal Rumble match. Now, can you imagine if the last 3 people in the Royal Rumble match were the actual Shield members? Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns going up against each other. That would be fucking mind-blowing, you know what I mean? But in the end, I do believe that they would eliminate Roman Reigns first, and then they would go after each other in terms of Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. But right now, we have Mick fucking Foley. I miss Mick Foley so much. Mick Foley was one of the, you know, greatest, you know, entertainers and you know, wrestlers to ever grace a wrestling ring. You know, Mick Foley actually took injuries that some people would never survive from. You know, you remember when The Undertaker threw Mick Foley off the Hell in a Cell? That was like a 25, 30-foot drop, and he landed on his back. You know, he got his teeth knocked out in the middle of the match. He had his ear ripped off, you know what I mean? So, Mick Foley definitely is somebody that I would love to see come back into WWE, perhaps have, you know, a few more runs, maybe against The Undertaker again. That would be legendary. Mick Foley and The Undertaker resurrecting their, you know, their previous feuds. Or maybe Mick Foley versus CM Punk, Mick Foley versus The Shield, Mick Foley versus Daniel Bryan. You know, you never really know. So, but right now, Tensai is in the ring with Dolph Ziggler while The Undertaker and Mick Foley duke it out. You know, guys, I mean, wrestling is going to consistently change. You know, as much as hardcore fans are going to always say, well, I miss the Attitude Era, I miss the Golden Age. We all miss those ages, you know what I mean? We all miss the Attitude Era, we all miss the Golden Age. But you got to remember, people get old, people die, you know, the machine continues to live on, and, you know, that pretty much applies to everything, you know what I mean? Every single one of these wrestlers are going to die. You know, same thing goes for football, basketball, baseball, hockey, soccer. You know, you're not going to see LeBron James 100 years from now. You're not going to see, you know, Eli Manning 100 years from now. You're not going to see all of these athletes. You're not going to see Alex Rodriguez, you know, 100 years from now, 50 years from now, still in their primes. You know what I mean? Like, every wrestler has his moment. You know, every business changes. I can actually compare this to the NBA. Do you guys remember the NBA, the glory days of NBA, the golden age of NBA, when it was Michael Jordan, you know, in his prime with Magic Johnson and, you know, all of these other just great legends, you know what I mean? Same thing can be said about football, you know, and baseball, you know, Barry Bonds and all of them, you know what I mean? So, you know, like, every single company, every single sport is going to change over a period of time. They're going to bring in new guys who for a new generation, and we're just going to have to accept that. You know, same thing goes for wrestling. The glory days of Hulk Hogan and Bret the Hitman Hart and Ric Flair and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, Ultimate Warrior and all that, The Rock, Stone Cold. Now we have people like CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, John Cena, Randy Orton, you know, so everything, you know, changes over a period of time. But as you can see right now, Razor Ramon, Scott Hall, I'm telling you guys right now, if Scott Hall were to appear at the Royal Rumble, it'll be the most epic and amazing thing ever, considering the fact that Scott Hall's son is now wrestling as well. And granted, Scott Hall's son is huge. He's like 7 feet, whatever. But Razor Ramon, Scott Hall, you know, like at the Royal Rumble match. And just imagine this right now. The Rock and Scott Hall duking it out. You know, that would be fucking amazing. I mean, that's given if The Rock is going to come back at the Royal Rumble. I mean, which I really don't think he is. Because The Rock doesn't really have a purpose to be serving at the Royal Rumble match. Because if The Rock is in the Royal Rumble match, what would be the point of him even being there if he's not going to win? You know what? He's going to get eliminated by The Miz? Is he going to get eliminated by Wade Barrett? You know what I mean? Not knocking those guys, but, you know, in WWE terms, you know, like that wouldn't make any sense. But right now we have The Miz, Scott Hall, and The Rock in the ring. Mick Foley was just eliminated. You know what I mean? Like, this is actually, you know, worth buying, especially if Scott Hall is going to be at the Royal Rumble match. But like I said, going back early, this is WWE 2K14, everybody. It just came out, and if you're a wrestling fan, I would really recommend for you guys to get this game. You know, even if you're an old school, you know, hardcore fan, you should still get this game because they have so many classic legends in this game, so many great moments, you know, 30 years of WrestleMania and whatnot. But right now, Scott Hall looking to eliminate The Miz, and he did, and here comes Justin Gabriel. Oh, these three are about to freaking knock each other's teeth out. The Rock looking to eliminate Scott Hall. We have no idea what's going to go down right now. But like I said, guys, how exactly would you want the Royal Rumble to turn out? You know what I mean? Like, it can actually go either way. You know what I mean? Anybody could be a winner at any given time. You know, and I personally think that they should do something different. And in terms of doing something different, do you remember when Karma showed up at the Royal Rumble? You know, she eliminated somebody, I believe. Wait, no, that wasn't Karma. That was Beth Phoenix. I'm sorry. Beth Phoenix eliminated the Great Khali. You know what I mean? Like, I miss Beth Phoenix. I miss Karma because those women were the personification of professional wrestling. You know what I mean? Having Awesome Kong on there with Beth Phoenix and whatnot, that would have been a great match. Hell, even have Natalya versus Beth Phoenix at you know, at the Royal Rumble or something like that. You know what I mean? Just do something different. But as you can see, Hulk Hogan is at the Rumble. Now, there's a lot of rumors going around that Hulk Hogan is going to be at WrestleMania 30 this year because Hulk Hogan's contract for TNA is up. So what does that necessarily mean for Hulk Hogan? That just means that we could possibly see Hulk Hogan show up at the Royal Rumble, perhaps. Maybe at WrestleMania, maybe a little bit before WrestleMania. Can you imagine Hulk Hogan showing up, you know, having to be in the same ring, in the same vicinity as people like Triple H and Randy Orton and John Cena and CM Punk and all these guys? You know what I mean? Like, you know, you're going to have, you know, a legend from the past make his return, you know, into the current generation. It'll just be amazing. But right now you have Christian and Hulk Hogan. Now, Hulk Hogan, if he were to be at WrestleMania 30, what would you guys, you know, have him do? What match would you guys put Hulk Hogan in if he was, you know, in the WrestleMania match, or if he was in the Royal Rumble match? You know, how exactly would you guys play off Hulk Hogan? I heard, and I was actually reading articles that Hulk Hogan was currently training and getting back in shape for a WWE tryout / WWE preparation match. Now, what does that really mean? I mean, nobody really knows for sure. Could Hulk Hogan possibly be gearing up for his last couple of runs? I mean, at this point, we can't really say because we don't really know. I mean, hell, in the future, possibly in the near future, we might have John Cena versus Hulk Hogan at the Royal Rumble match. You know what I mean? We could have, you know, The Rock versus Hulk Hogan again. You know, as you can see, we have Chris Jericho. That would be amazing. Jericho and Hogan. Oh my goodness, like having that on a huge, you know, caliber pay-per-view would be absolutely amazing. You know, Jericho can go off and talk about how Hogan's time is up and how Jericho's the man now and blah blah blah, and Hogan can talk about how he, you know, revolutionized the business and how he was, you know, the only commodity in the business until, you know, things changed and whatnot. But Hulk Hogan, right now, the window of opportunity for him is looking very, very good in a sense, because now they're actually going to have the opportunity to bring in Hulk Hogan. What exactly are they going to be doing with him? I mean, who really knows? But right now, Hulk Hogan, you know, is fairly known for being in total nonstop action wrestling. So, I mean, for him to come back would be a huge deal, you know, but the only thing is, what exactly are they going to be doing with him? But right now, we have Wade Barrett and Hulk Hogan just duking it out right now. The last couple of entries for the actual Royal Rumble match. I mean, this can go either way right now. But like I said, guys, I mean, you know, Hulk Hogan, Scott Hall, you know, so many wrestlers that could make an appearance, but will they actually be there? I mean, at this point, who's to really say anything? But in my humble opinion, I do think that the 2014 Royal Rumble matchup itself will be better than the 2013 Royal Rumble matchup. And as you can see right now, CM Punk number 28 is making his way to the ring right now against, you know, Hulk Hogan and Wade Barrett. And this would be amazing, having CM Punk come out and pretty much badmouth Hulk Hogan, talk about, oh yeah, I'm Hulkamania, Hulkamania is dead, Hulkamania has been dead for decades now, and you just keep trying to like feed off your own ego, and you keep trying to feed off of your past. You know, just get over it, old man, you know, like your time is up and all that kind of stuff. And Hulk Hogan can be like, let me tell you something, brother. You know, I was doing this way before you were even born. I was a legend. I am a legend. I'm always going to be a legend. I took on legends. You know, I took on wrestlers that were far tougher than they are now, blah, 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 blah. And, you know, CM Punk can go rambling and ranting about how Hulk Hogan abandoned the WWE, and how he went to TNA and whatnot, and how he failed over there, and how he's come back and he's going to fail again, and all that kind of stuff. And right now we have the Big Show coming in at number 29. Hulk Hogan just throwing CM Punk like a rag doll. I mean, I'm telling y'all right now, this is going to be awesome, you know. And this game right now is incredibly awesome, because this game, you know, holds so much history, you know, within you know, its actual confines. You know what I mean? You have 30 years of WrestleMania. You get to customize your own titles, customize your own arena, customize your own ring, customize your own, you know, superstar, your own moves and whatnot. You know, this game is absolutely amazing. And right now we have Big Show teetering on the edge against CM Punk. Wade Barrett looking to eliminate Hulk Hogan. Will Wade Barrett eliminate Hulk? Wow, he did. Wade Barrett just eliminated the immortal Hulk Hogan. And now the Big Show looking to possibly eliminate CM Punk. We have no idea how this is going to fare up right now. And here comes our final participant in the Royal Rumble match. What the hell was CM Punk just doing there? He just like kicked like air right now. Oh shit, it's Alberto Del Rio. Wow. You know, a lot of people often hate Alberto Del Rio. You know what I mean? Like, people can't stand his guts. And, you know, I think as a wrestler, Alberto's alright, you know what I mean? He's not terrible like people like to say he is. But at the same time, he's not the best in the world either. He's not, you know, the greatest thing since the sliced bread. So, but Big Show right now is looking to be eliminated by Alberto, whereas Wade Barrett is fighting CM Punk. You know, oh wow, Alberto Del Rio just eliminated the Big Show. Holy shit. Now we have Punk, Barrett, and Del Rio in the ring at the same time. The final three, as you can see right here. What are the odds that I was talking about CM Punk winning the Rumble, and now you have CM Punk being, you know, one of the final three to be in this match right now? Like, this is absolutely amazing. But like I said, guys, let me know in the comment section below on who you think is going to win the 2014 Royal Rumble match. What do you guys expect to see at WrestleMania 30? How exactly would you guys book WrestleMania 30? Let me know in the comment section below, because it is very important. Wade Barrett, oh, Wade Barrett still hanging in. Oh my god. Wade Barrett is hanging in there. Like, this match right now can go either way, because if CM Punk wins, that can actually set itself up for the route that I was talking about. If Alberto Del Rio wins, I guess he can go back after the world title or the WWE title at that point. If Wade Barrett wins, however, that would actually be a game changer, because Wade Barrett would actually, you know, come on the scene and talk about how he's always deserved it and how he always, you know, thrived on opportunity and whatnot. But it looks like Wade Barrett is about to get tossed over. Is he about to get tossed over by Alberto Del Rio? Yes, he did. It is Alberto and CM Punk left. Wade Barrett has been eliminated. Wow. If CM Punk actually wins this, I'm going to be freaking shocked. The final two of the Royal Rumble matchup. Like, this would be fucking awesome in my opinion. But like I said, guys, just leave your thoughts in the comment section below, because it's very important. Uh-oh. Looks like, wait a minute. Wow, wow. Is CM Punk out? Wow, CM Punk has been eliminated. The winner of this match is Alberto Del Rio. Holy shit. Anyways, everybody, thank you all for watching this episode of WWE 2K14. My name is UnrealEntGaming. If you guys are professional wrestling fans, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for all the latest wrestling news, information, and updates. If you guys enjoyed the video, as always, hit the video up with the like button, rape and sodomize that thumbs up button, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Spread the video, guys, and leave your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll be seeing you all later. Peace.